That brings us to Mississippi Valley State head coach Karl Morgan. Is Coach Morgan on the call?
Yes.
Good morning, Coach Morgan.
Good morning.
Morning. If you could summarize your game against Murray State this past weekend, and then a look ahead. You head down to Alcorn State on Saturday. Look ahead at the Braves, and then we'll open it up for questions.
A loss that stung. You know, I guess I felt we were going to play better. I think we are better. The first half of the game, the first two scores basically came off of special team miscues. We fielded 2 punts inside the 10-yard line, something you shouldn't do, and we did it not once but twice, and we got to get that corrected. After the first time, we had a high snap, and the shotgun backed up and went high in the quarterback's hands. He should have caught it, but it went out of his hands, and he knocked it out of the end zone for a safety. And then we had a punt block after catching the ball inside the 10. On fourth down, we were punting and had a punt block. After there was a low snap, he went down to get it, picked it up. By the time he got to kick it, he got blocked, and he got a touchdown off of that. And we were down 19-0 at half. 9 points off of turnovers or miscues in the special teams area. And then we couldn't sustain any offense in the second half. They got rolling a little bit in the second half offensively themselves, and the game got out of hand, and it went to 39-0 at the end. So like I said, I thought we played better. I think it was a good football team. They played Louisville tough, but just disappointed in some of the miscues we made. And like I said, and that's coaching. For the guy to catch the thing one time and then catch it again is coaching. We got to get some things corrected. So disappointing. Like I said, it was a good team, but I thought we would have played better. We got a quarterback hurt. I think he'll be back this week. Garrett Jones, the starter. We wound up playing 3 quarterbacks this past Saturday, but he sprained his ankle. But I think he'll be ready for this week.
Talk a little bit about what you know about the Braves.
Real good quarterback, very, very elusive. I've seen a lot of people get to him and still cannot get him. So, that's a very dangerous thing when he gets to moving around, because when he does take off, he's very fast and he can beat you with his feet. And when he's scrambling, you gotta stay in coverage, and because if you come up on him, he'll throw the ball over you. And so he's the guy that makes that offense go. And they got a wide receiver, number 2, who's a very good football player also. So we watched them against Grambling. We watched them against Pine Bluff, and they improved from week 1 to week 2. Grambling did a good job against them, and then Pine Bluff, they came back and had a little bit more diversity, it looked like. And he did a good job of getting some points scored and making some things happen with his feet.
We'll open it up for questions for Coach Karl Morgan from Mississippi Valley State.
Hey, Karl, it's Ross. How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Tell me about, is it sort of like an eternity for you since you've been on a team that's gotten a win? I mean, how is the team morale right now, and how is your morale? You just as a head coach and hadn't got a win.
The team morale is probably better than mine. This past week was tough. You constantly get your head beat in, and it takes a toll. And I think the guys in the locker room, they were good. But I told them that this is probably the lowest I've been since I've been here. And it took me like a day or so to get out of it. Whereas in the past it stung, but this one stung a little bit more. And but I think they're fairly resilient. I think they are. And like I said, when I got up Sunday and got to going and got to working on Alcorn after we watched the film, I put it in the past too. So, but it's not an easy deal. You come from winning 55 games out of 65 games the previous 5 years, and you come to not winning a game. So it's an adjustment that I hope I don't get too used to.
Karl, did you ever think when you took this job a year ago or so, did you ever think it would be this difficult? Were you expecting anything like this?
that was one of the things I questioned when I came in after the game. I said, man, is this doable? I had some doubt. I'm gonna be honest, I had some doubt in my mind when I came and sat on the sofa after the game. But it's a challenge. I still think it's doable, but it's a challenge, and there's a lot of obstacles, a lot of things, that you got to deal with. But I still think it's doable. I think we got a little bit better this year as far as talent. I think we got to keep doing that. And like I said, we got to coach them better.
Hey, Coach Morgan, good morning. It's Charles Edmond from WTRL.
All righty.
I'm doing pretty good. Coach, talk a little bit about Alcorn's defense. They really stepped up to the plate for the most part last week, and even against Grambling. As a defensive coach yourself, what do you see in the Braves team?
I thought that they played real well against Grambling. It was a fairly close contest as far as the score, 21-14. I thought they played well. I thought they got after the quarterback. They had a couple, plays made on them, but I thought they played well. And I think it's a better defense than last year. I think, I'm gonna be honest. Just going off the team we played in Chicago last year, I think it's a better defensive unit, and I think they've done some good things.
You talked about how tough it is right now. What's the one thing that kind of, even though you're 0-2 and you haven't had a lot of success doing, you try to find some positives or something to keep you up and up. What are those things to kind of, as you look at your team compared to last year, that really kind of makes you feel a little bit better anyway? I think
there's been some first that we've played well. We take the opening kickoff, we drive it for about 5 minutes, and convert on the 4th and 1, and then we stall out. If we can get a little bit more consistent, there's been some. We've done a little bit better offensively than we did last year at the beginning of the year. Now we stall out. After that first drive or two, had some key penalties by the OVC officials, but on certain drives when we got some yardage made, we always have a flag on the ground. But I think the quarterback play is better than it was last year until he got hurt. I think that there's been some times on defense we've looked decent. We sacked them I think 4 times this past week. So there's been some, there's been improved play, but not enough consistency. And like I said, special teams got to get better. I think that's one area we really got to focus more energy into. Just coaching it up better, getting better effort out of the special teams units. And like I said, there's been some glimmers of hope, that weren't there last year at this time. And so we just need more consistency. And like I said, it comes back to us, as a staff. And that's the ultimate deal. We've got to get them prepared better and get them executing and playing better.
Hey, Coach, this is Kenny over at the Democrat Times. How's it going?
How you doing, Kenny?
Hey, what's up with Cedric Blue? Will he be able to play this year? I know he has.
We hadn't heard anything. It's kind of I saw the compliance person this morning. I forgot to ask him. It's kind of in limbo.
Yeah.
Like I said, we hadn't heard anything. We basically got all the transfers and everybody in and qualified and ready to go. We had a couple guys that set out the first. We had like three or 4 guys set out the first week because they hadn't cleared the clearinghouse.
Yeah.
But they did clear. And so, like I said, I hadn't heard the final verdict on Cedric Blue.